Hello guys and welcome to another video. This is the Brickcast episode 5, I believe, and we are going to be talking about the Lego Batman movie. I'm sorry if this is a little late, but there are complications. But yeah. So yeah, guys, I'm Evan,
I'm Keontae.
and now let's get into it. So first off, let's just talk about um kind of the execution of the movie. What did we think of the the ideas that were put into the movie and how everything played out in the movie, like the plot and everything? And yes, guys, there will be spoilers in this, so if you have not seen the movie, please turn away now.
Um, I know.
Okay, guys, we'll be back in 1 second. We are going to make sure everything's working well on the podcast because we've had many times where the podcast
It's
something goes
horrible.
wrong. The
Yeah.
audio will be really bad. That's a very common complication. So we're gonna see if we're good. Okay, guys, we are back. It seems like the audio is pretty good. There was a section where Chiante was a little quiet, but basically, if you talk at the same volume you were when you said it's Chiante, we should be fine. So,
Okay.
uh, let's see. What do we think about the plot of the movie and how the story went and all that kind of stuff? So, like, what do you think of? I'm trying to think of like a plot arc. Um, how do you think of how the whole thing of Robin, aka Dick Grayson, being adopted by Batman, like how that went down and how it happened? What do you think of like how that was executed and how they made him be adopted?
Okay, it's weird, but I think it's actually kind of cool how spoilers, how he kind of what is it called when he zoned out and from seeing what's her name, uh
Barbara Gordon.
yeah, Barbara Gordon and he, and Batman saying, "Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah," and I just thought that was weird.
Yeah, it was funny. I kind of feel like it was a bit forced, how they just made it so Batman accidentally adopted Dick Grayson. I thought that was kind of a weird thing how it happened like that because I would think a normal person would notice, but I also think it was really cool how they made him like accidentally do it. Um, because that definitely made it. Because Batman at the start of the movie, like he seems like a really mean guy. He seems like he doesn't care about anyone else. So there's no way under any other circumstances besides accidentally would he have adopted Dick Grayson. So I think this was one of the few ways they could have done it, but I still think that it felt kind of forced how he was just saying yeah, 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 whatever, whatever, to Dick Grayson, and it just ended up that Dick Grayson was just asking him, "Would you like to adopt me?" and all that kind of stuff. Also, what do you think about some of the humor in this movie, and what was your favorite kind of like gigs and jokes from the movie?
Oh gosh, this isn't a joke, but I think this is very cool. How how the Joker said wanted Batman to say I hate you to him. It's like, yeah, I can kind of see that, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah, it was funny because always in relationships, the couple always wants the other person to say like "I love you," and in this relationship, it was like you have to say "I hate you" to me to prove that we're like
Worst
worst
enemies.
enemies. So that was a really funny joke in the movie. And also a funny thing, how Batman's password for the Batcave was Iron Man sucks. I think that was really funny, and I hope if they ever make a Lego Iron Man movie or Lego Marvel movie or whatever, that Iron Man has like the password to his as Batman sucks because I think that would be really hilarious if they continued that trend. And also, like at the start of the movie, it was really funny because they were like, it's really funny when they say something blatantly obvious. Like for example, they say something like they act like nothing can go wrong, which is what happened in this. But they say correlates to everything being possible to go wrong. Because in this, they're like, we're carrying like 11 million sticks of dynamite and like bombs and stuff into the most crime-ridden city in all of the world. Nothing can go wrong. It was really funny. It started in the movie. Literally in the first like few, honestly, within like the first few sentences, I was laughing because Batman was like, black. That's how all important movies start, with a black
Racist.
screen. It's not
Racist.
racist at all. Uh, some people, that's really gotten like everyone. Like it started out as like a joke, and now everyone, whenever someone mentions the color black, everyone says you're racist, even though you're just mentioning a color. If anything, they're racist for thinking that just because you mention a color that you're racist. Because if that's the first thing that comes to their mind, then they're probably racist. But not accusing you, I'm just saying. But um, I'm accusing you of being racist, apparently. But yeah. So there were some funny jokes in the movie. Also, when like Robin was getting his suit, it was really funny how the different suits like. How about this? Like Robin was like, "How about this one?" That was like, "No, that one's culturally insensitive." All these different ones.
And I really like how Robin ripped. I think it's funny how he ripped off his pants. And Batman said, "Oh, I can only look you in the eyes now."
Yeah, that was also really funny. And also, I'm surprised they put this in the Lego movie because it was kind of like an adult joke, but it was really funny how Robin uh they're like, my name is Richard Grayson, but the kids at school call me Dick. And then and then Batman was like, well, kids can be cruel. That was a really funny joke. And like literally, me and Keontae were like the only ones laughing in the theater. I mean, because we went on Monday, there weren't too many people in the theater. It was only like there was this like father and his daughter, and there was like this one like couple or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, there were, but they literally um like I'm sure the dad was laughing and was just trying to keep it contained because his young daughter didn't understand the joke. But it was really funny because me and Keontae were like the only ones laughing when that happened. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Also, wait, what?
What happens if one person from that movie theater watches our video? That would just be cool but strange at the same
That would
time.
be so weird. They're just like, oh, I was at the movie theater with you. You were the ones that were always talking and laughing throughout the entire movie, and whenever they said dick, you constantly were laughing.
You, you guys should expect, for me and Evan being 13, we we have childhood humor still.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Whenever
I'm
they say
not.
dick, even though that's your
I don't know why it's funny. It's a sense taken in there.
Yeah, and also like when Alfred's like Master Dick, we were laughing. I know we're extremely immature. Literally, no one else in the theater was laughing. Not even the dad was laughing. So
But
yeah.
but he always could have been thinking in his head
Yeah, he
rather than
probably
in
was
his
honestly.
eyes. It's just like most everyone has childhood humor, but different people some
Show it.
yeah, different people show it differently. Like me and Evan,
We
we
were
just
just
laugh
constantly
out.
laughing at stuff when they
Yeah.
find stuff hilarious.
But it's like different like the dad, he laughs in his mind, or we think he probably would
Yeah,
have laughed in his mind.
yeah. Okay. So, what do you think of the whole like how they did Batman? I think it was an interesting take on him. How they just made him be like this ruthless, not caring at all person who did not care about anyone or anything, and just like didn't even care about his own family. Like that was it was interesting, to
Well,
say the least.
he like yeah, he like with like Master Dick and
What?
Well, I mean, his old family, he kind of cared about, but his new family, uh, near the end, well, near the way end, he appreciate appreciated them, and like before that, he was kind of like, eh, I would rather save you guys than me get. Uh, I'd rather go fight by myself because he said he didn't want them to get hold.
Yeah. They did it really interestingly, Batman's character, and it definitely seemed like okay. Actually, I have a theory because this is the same Batman that was in the Lego movie. It is the exact same person from the Lego movie. So, I think the reason that he says he doesn't do relationships is because Wildstyle broke up with him in the Lego movie. So he just doesn't want to be friends with anyone because he's afraid that they are gonna like, not be his friend anymore and just like completely get rid of him out of their life.
Oh gosh, the girl that he likes, Batman likes.
Barbara Gordon. Barbara Gordon.
The
Or Emily.
girl. No, the in the Batman movie, the girl that he likes.
That's Barbara Gordon.
That sounds like a boy name. Oh yeah.
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
And then she becomes Batgirl.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call her Batgirl.
Because
She. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I like how Batman in the Lego movie kind of Wildside broke up with Batman, and then in the Lego Batman, how Batman likes Batgirl, and that makes it, if you watch the Lego movie, it's like, hey, that kind of makes sense in a way, kind of.
Yeah, because and he says he doesn't do any relationships with anyone because he's afraid of the person, like. Yes, completely. No. Um, and also, um, isn't it weird because they do confirm because Batman was created as a character in comic books 78 years ago. They do confirm all of those movies of him happened. Every one of his comic books happened. So he is 78 years old in this movie. So it's pretty weird that he likes Barbara Gordon, who is like 20, and also he was dating Wildstyle, and she's literally no more than probably 20. So that's actually kind of creepy when you think about it. He's literally 78, and he was dating Wildstyle, and he wants, he likes Barbara Gordon in this movie. It's so weird. Although he does say in the movie, I have aged phenomenally, because literally he doesn't look old at all. He looks like he's like 25. So yeah, he looks really young. He's aged so well. Um, And also, I remember there was a really funny scene because they're like, because Alfred's like, I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016 and 2012 and 2005 and 1995 and or 1999 and 1995 and 1992 and 1989 and that weird one in 1966. Because he just lists every single year that Batman had a movie come out for him. Ooh, that was a really funny scene, and how they showed all the different movies kind of personified as Lego, except for the what was it, like 1995, where they showed the Batman chest, and then also 1966 where they showed a Lego thing for it, which was cool because they do have the minifigs for it, and then they also showed the legitimate like movie clip. So that was a funny scene, and then also when he's like, no, 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 no. It's really hilarious. Like, Alfred, were you recording that? He's like, mm. and then Devin's like, ABR, always be recording. That was really funny. There were so many good jokes in the movie. It was super funny. It was literally probably my funniest movie. It was so weird because at points you'd be laughing, and then at other points I was actually like almost crying because at some points they were really sad because like how Batman was like sending himself off to the Phantom Zone, and how I felt really bad for Joker at the start of the movie when Batman's like, I don't care about you or anyone else. There is no us, and there never will be. I actually felt pretty bad for Joker, which is weird because he's the bad guy, but yeah. And also speaking of bad guys, what did you think of the whole introduction of the bad guys from other universes? Um, how they added those characters into the movie? What did you think of those characters?
Uh, uh, I think that was kind of cool how they didn't just have people from Lego Batman. Well, didn't
From the
have
DC Comics
from
universe.
DC Comics, and like the superheroes, like they had Superman, uh,
Flash, Green
Flash,
Lantern,
and
Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. I just go off and list like the entire Justice League.
you should have talked loud so they could maybe hear you.
Oh, I think they did.
Evan.
Close enough.
Evan.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do an intermission right here. We always have intermissions in the middle of the podcast, just so this is kind of a stopping off point. You can pause the video, maybe go grab a snack or something. Not us. I've got to tell you that because you're always eating during our broadcast. Like that one time that you dropped a pretzel on the floor and then Jack ate it. One other podcast. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, we are back, and I don't know. I think so. We've kind of voiced our opinion on about the movie. Well, actually, I would like to say one final thought on it. I do feel like it was setting up for something, most definitely, because they introduced all the different villains for all the different universes, and I really think that that they were setting up for the future movie. Because I know what's going to happen in the end. It's going to be kind of a Marvel Cinematic Universe type thing where all the characters are brought together to fight one big villain. And guys, my theory is that the villain's going to be Lord Vortex. I mean, seriously, it's going to be. It's got to be. But yeah. So it was interesting because you guys, some you may not have noticed all the villains, but this is all the villains that I can remember that were in the movie. So we have Agent Smith from The Matrix, Bruce the Shark from Jaws, the Velociraptors from Jurassic Park, Voldemort from Harry Potter, the Gremlins from Gremlins, the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz, King Kong from King Kong, and then it was either Godzilla or the Kraken. Because I've heard it's been Godzilla and I've heard it's the Kraken, so I'm not sure which it actually is. The one with 4 arms. The giant one with 4 arms. That one. I know, but the giant one with 4 arms. Some people have said it's the Kraken, and some people have said it's Godzilla. So I would imagine it to be Godzilla because I mean Godzilla and King Kong, they go together, but yeah, some people said it's the Kraken, so I'm not sure who to believe. Also in the movie, Sauron from Lord of the Rings. I mean, some of these you couldn't miss. I mean, you're not gonna miss Sauron. But although, like, I completely missed Agent Smith. I did not notice he was in the movie at all. So, yeah. And then, and also Medusa is in there. That was another cool villain. There's a lot of really awesome villains, which that was so cool to see. But yeah, it definitely feels like setting up for them. And now we're gonna talk about the Lego Ninjago movie trailer. We'll probably segue back into the Lego Batman movie because I don't think we can fill up the rest of the time just with Lego Ninjago movie. But let's talk about how about the new iterations of the characters? What do we think of the new versions of the characters?
Blade, awesome. Jamaican, cool.
What are you talking about? This is not Ninjago. That is not Ninjago. Jamaican is not a character in Ninjago. Are you gonna be so racist on the time? We're talking about Jamaican people. I'm really at school, guys. He's constantly talking about Jamaican.
I have.
Okay. He's like, I admit to it.
It's cool. Weird. Well, it looks weird. Common.
What? Who are you talking about?
Ninjago movie.
But which character?
All of them.
All of them.
The movie.
You said he looks weird. That's one character, and there's also a female character. Not your mom.
You're not my dad. Okay.
Oh no. He's gonna turn away right now.
Okay, the characters
What?
look cool. Weird. The movie looks awesome by the trailer.
And some of the characters look like they're stalking you. AKA Zane. This man.
I love Zane.
I know, he looks really cool, but he kind of looks like he's stalking you a little bit in the movie.
My house tonight. He's in my house.
No, you're in my house.
I'm Zane secretly.
What?
I'm Zane.
You are not Zane. You're not a robot. Did you shoot yourself in the face? He just put like a gun to his... A handgun. I mean like a gun that... He goes like... with his hand. Well,
A handgun?
I like, he goes... with his hand.
Oi!
The hand makes an oi sound. But... He literally...
I'm dying. It's a handgun that made it sound so real.
A handgun, which is not... hilarious mistake.
Okay, it's serious topic. It's the movie looks cool, looks weird. It looks like the
It looks a little bit constipated.
no. Shut up!
No, I'm just joking.
Okay,
The movie doesn't look constipated.
it looks cool. There's a lot of jokes by the trailer.
Yes.
Um,
I hope all the best jokes were funny. I hope not.
yeah, I don't think
They
so.
were funny, but I doubt
Constipated movie.
it.
And some of the sets, okay, like the new sets. If they were in the
If they're,
movie,
yeah, if they're the movie sets.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and if they play a major role, because Lego Batman movie sets, literally all of them except for one were in the movie for like 3 minutes. So yeah.
But like the one right,
That one set hasn't even come out yet.
yeah, like the one on right now. Well, like this, that would be
Ninjago
cool.
set.
No, I meant Ninjago.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like all these sets would be cool in the Lego Ninjago.
Well, they're not. They obviously make the new sets.
Yeah, but I mean, if
They're making
they
really
all.
good.
Shut up, Evan! I'm talking.
Really, I talked loudly before and you didn't interrupt me at all. And then I just like really quiet. You're like, shut up, I'm talking.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for a Ninjago picture.
What?
The
Why? Why?
You're not my dad.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
What? What?
Yeah, and by this picture, it's
We're not talking about the new Ninjago. We're talking about. Oh no.
John Cena.
Okay.
Copyright.
Copyright 2012. Somebody gets 2012.
Yeah, but like some of the sets out in the Lego Ninjago movie, I will kill Evan.
What?
Because you are annoying. Yeah, but I will punch you in your face.
Yeah, got it. Did it not? What?
Oh, if that's in the Lego
It's not. Those are gonna be in the movie.
Oh!
You say you don't not care. It's like I don't not care. Like what was that? Okay, guys. So, my thoughts on the new ninjas. How did this conversation get so out of hand? I think Kai looks very similar, although I think he looks a lot more angry. Definitely, his hair is just a little bit taller. Also, he still uses swords. Seems like he's the only one with the what's it called? The scabbard on the back that we've had since Skybound. So that's interesting. Jay is the he's definitely the insecure one. His hair is all like messed up and everything, so he's definitely he seems to be like one who's always like brushing his hair and stuff and is very insecure. Um and now he uses like a chain. Like he uses a chain with like a blade on it as his weapon instead of nunchucks. So that's pretty interesting. Um Cole, he seems like he's gonna be I don't know, he seems like he's gonna act tougher, but he isn't gonna be tougher. Definitely. He also uses a hammer now instead of a scythe, so that's pretty interesting. And then Zane, he's very different. His hair is like it's basically like the same hair that he would have, but it's like the entire sides are cut off. So yeah. Um, and then he also has like a smiling face. Like he has preset facial expressions, so like angry, happy, sad, whatever. And the sound just comes out of his mouth. He doesn't actually move his face. The sound just comes out of his mouth. So it seems like he could be really funny in the movie. But I hope they don't just use him as a funny character and they actually use him as a powerful and great character. Lloyd, he seems like, yeah, the leader of the group like he is in the show. And he also uses a sword, where in the show he kind of uses multiple different weapons, sword, staff, lots of things like that. And then Nia, she definitely seems very, very different. I think either Jay's voice or Nia's voice are my favorite of the voices. We haven't really heard Kai's, but the voices, yeah, I really do like those two. And then Nia, she definitely looks very different, and now she uses a spear as her main weapon. Before she used sais most often. So it's interesting how they change up the characters' weapons. I think that was pretty interesting how they did that. Also, if you guys have seen the vehicles are super awesome. Kai gets this super cool fire mech, which I'm pretty sure is what the Kai's Blazing Breaker set is. Although it kind of sounds like a car, so it might be like the Rye mech. But um, Jay, he has like this flying thing. It's pretty cool looking. It's obviously the Jay's Electro Waver set. Cole's, okay, Kai's and Cole's vehicles both remind me of Transformers, honestly, because I mean, seriously, Kai's just reminds me of like any random Transformer, or maybe like a fire truck Transformer, and then Cole's, it reminds me of that one Transformer that had a wheel as his legs and a wheel as his head, so he could like he was in the second movie. He was in Revenge of the Fallen, and he could just like roll, like keep rolling and changing which wheel he was using. It reminds me of that Transformer. Um, that's what Cole's vehicle reminds me of, and I really like it. I think it's the Rye Mech set. I think that's the set that it is. Then Zane's vehicle, it has like wings on the back and it has like treads, and it looks pretty cool. It seems like it's gonna be one of the cheaper ones. Jay's Electro Waver, as well as Zane's Titanium Turbo. That's what that set's gonna be. Seems like those are the two smallest ones. Then Lloyd has this super big dragon. There's no way it's going to be as big as it is in the movie. I mean, I doubt any of the vehicles will, except maybe Jay's and Zane's. But Lloyd's, it's just way too big. It's a really cool dragon. It's probably going to be included in the set called Dragon's Cove. And then Nia's vehicle, it's like this big spider with four legs, and I think it looks really cool. It has like a kind of a drill thing on the front. Looks really awesome. I think all their vehicles are really cool, and Nia's is going to be, of course, the Water Brigade set. So I think the vehicles are gonna be really cool. And then also other vehicles, we have the Destiny's Bounty. If you didn't notice that in the trailer, I mean I don't know how you wouldn't if you're a Ninjago fan, you're gonna notice that. But I think it's probably the Spinjitzu Sanctuary set, or Master's Dojo or something like that. I think it's definitely gonna be a set because it looks really cool. And then also, there's Garmadon's like land shark that has legs and it has like boosters on the side so it can fly. Definitely, that looks really cool. I'm not sure what set that would be in. And there's also, of course, that one other vehicle. Um, that it was like, um, like kind of a UFO look. I think it looks pretty cool. And also some other thoughts on the characters. I think Sensei Wu or Master Wu, whichever you want to call him, I think he looks very, very interesting. He has a really cool skirt piece, and him having Jackie Chan's voice, I think is actually really cool take on him. Obviously, I like the original Ninjago better. You're not a true Ninjago fan unless you like the original Ninjago stuff better or more. I mean, Garmadon, really awesome new design. Finally, Garmadon's coming back after all these years. Coming back evil. Very nostalgic villain. Garmadon is for a lot of people. And his helmet looks really cool. He has the sword. He has this I don't know what you'd call it, but it's purple robe going over him. And then he also has a really cool armor piece. Really, really cool look to him. And there's also another character that drives the UFOs for the Shark Army / Shadow Legion. He looks really cool. He has like a dome over his head. So I don't know what the importance of it is, but yeah, it looks really cool. Also, the army, I'm not sure if the shark, the like land shark army, they are the Shadow Legion. They probably are the Shadow Legion. Although I feel like the Shadow Legion would be like black suited ninja characters or something like that, so they could actually hide in the shadows. When you think of Shadow Legion, you don't really think of these sharks that have huge backpacks that would make a lot of noise and have really obvious helmets on. Because the Shadow Legion, it sounds like they would hide in the shadows, you know? So that's interesting. Maybe the Shark Army is like the first army for Garmadon, and then he gets like a Shadow Legion later. Which is kind of like how Joker had the original Batman villain army, and then he came up with had the really bad villain army in the Lego Batman movie. So I think, yeah, I think that is it's interesting. The new takes on the characters are really interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see the Lego Ninjago movie, and it's the next thing to be excited for. So yeah, guys, that is going to be our 5th Brickcast. Thank you for watching. What? Okay. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like the video if you liked it. Sub for most, not to miss any future videos on my channel. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, link in the description. And with that being said, guys, goodbye.